Welcome back to the Charles Eoghan Experience.
Assalamu alaikum.
What? Assalamu alaikum. Joined by special guests, Christian Osbeck and young Stefan.
Assalamu alaikum.
Say salam again, bruv.
Alaikum salam.
We're in Kuwait.
Yeah.
We did some competition today.
As you can see.
1:45, well past my bedtime.
Gosh, yeah. But it's actually 3 hours ahead, so.
Well, technically it's not.
Yeah. So it isn't past your bedtime, is it? Or is it still?
We're getting there.
You're an 8:30 man, Shah.
9:30, 10:30, man.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Guys, if you're enjoying this podcast so far, rate, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, top right hand corner, 3 dots, rate the podcast, 5 stars. YouTube, Spotify, do all that.
Khalas.
Christian, what happened today, Chief?
Brother, I am fucking dying.
Please don't try not to swear as much at the start of the podcast.
We get defunded and you make no money. You don't pay rent.
Yeah, exactly.
Finay leaves you.
Yeah. What happened today, Chief? Explain yourself.
I walked in purely for the money. I felt terrible. I lost 2 morons.
Oh, wow.
Fair play.
Fair play.
I felt terrible.
You felt sick. Yeah, you got sick.
I got into... So the guy I fought first, he won, I think, the absolutes last time. And I got on his legs in like the first 5 seconds. Collected both. Collected the far leg, elbow between, and I just couldn't finish. Yeah. It was either I finish or I shit myself.
Shit yourself, yeah.
And I gassed. I feel awful.
Do you think shitting yourself but getting the finish could have been a better option?
No.
No, it wouldn't be worse. Because you can get DQ'd for shitting yourself, no?
Number 1, yeah, Jacob Couch, right? Number 2,
Sylvie Shaw.
Imagine you beat a guy and you shit yourself. No one cares you won.
They care that you shit yourself.
You're getting 500,000 views on Instagram for shitting yourself.
Yeah, that's good though.
And 5 for finishing a guy.
Yeah.
Not a trade-off I want to take.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Owen Flanagan, you competed in 83 kgs. Walk us through that. What happened? Normally you're at 90 kilos. Started the week at 90 kilos. Ended the week 83 kgs.
Your boy is a nitty and was fundamentally coming off drugs throughout this time in Kuwait. And as such, the sweats were high. Not only that, I was extremely ill. We're talking 39-degree fever. We're talking couldn't eat because of tonsillitis.
It looked like the worst plane trip of your life.
It was the worst plane trip of my life. We can maybe upload a photo of me in my full Nike tracksuit.
I got that video of that.
Gloves, hat.
Yeah.
And I was fucking shivering.
You looked like you were going to shank someone on that.
I was dressed for the occasion. I was dressed to shank someone. Anyway, long story short, I was ill. I didn't mean to cut weight, but I cut 7 kilos essentially in like 3 or 4 days. And just from being ill and not being able to eat, and then did the division. And you know what? Great idea. I really recommend like tonsillitis if you need to cut weight.
Worked out well.
Yeah, it really went well, man.
Well.
Big fan of that anyway. And yeah, great day at the office. You know,
collected some trophies here.
Got some medals and that. Collected the money. That's what we came in for. If I hadn't, I'd have been very upset. But obviously, I did. So swings and roundabouts. Swings and roundabouts. You had a good day, Char?
I had a good day. I had 2 matches.
Man, you beat the undefeated John Jones.
I had a match with John Jones.
Mm-hmm. I had a match with Muhammad Ali, to be fair.
That's pretty big. 2 big names. 2 of the greatest fighters of all time. Yeah. Arguably greatest fighters of all time.
What happened to his forehead? Why did it look like a beef patty?
Give us some commentary. What happened in the match? You got to take the mic.
Me and Owen decided to corner Shah over here, and he listened to instructions very well. Surprisingly, kept his calm. Okay, unlike with the waiters when they don't give him his chicken and rice and he loses it and has a meltdown. And at no point did we say that you should headbutt, kick the opposition in the throat, and jab them in the eyes. However, Charles proceeded to do all 3, receive no warnings or penalties in under a minute.
What a great
Congratulations.
Got the
guy is now in hospital and he is awaiting to figure out if he will live.
There you go.
Fucking hell.
Bit of overkill. Young Stefan de Beige, welcome. Yep. Give him the mic.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, pleasure. Talk us through your matches today. You had 3 matches, 4 matches, was it?
3 matches, 2 submissions.
Fantastic.
Pretty decent day.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good.
What were you trying to work on out
there? Pressure passing. I've been working a lot on it. So I've been trying to do it in comp now. And yeah, it went well.
Fantastic.
Good day.
Great.
Perfect ishti.
That's a perfect issue moment,
That was
really.
a perfect ishti moment.
Great. Any other competitions coming up?
Trials will be the next one.
ADCC trials, Croatia. What weight are you going to do? 88. Nice. What is the 1 ton division? Baby hippo division. Under 1 ton, mate. Under 1 ton. Yeah.
Okay.
You're being very disciplined, not talking when you have the mic. I like that. That's subtle. People wouldn't notice that, but I see that. Should we do some questions, Owen? I'm going to take that back.
Yes.
Back to Stefan.
Stefan, a man of few words.
All right,
everyone.
take it away.
All right, you want to do some actual questions?
get
All
on
right, come on then. Let's fucking get them
Let's
out.
check the camera.
Let's do some normal shit then. Come on. You know what we all came here for. Do you want us to break down some jiu-jitsu moves or what? All right.
Give a question to Stefan.
All right, cool. Do you want a technical jiu-jitsu question for Stefan, or do we just want a more general question?
General.
Give him a question of your choice to Stefan, and Stefan's got to answer it. Go for it, Chief.
Did you find any oils or WMDs aside from Christian Osbeck whilst in Kuwait?
Can you please repeat the question?
Did you find any oil or WMDs aside from Christian Osbeck? Weapon of mass destruction.
No.
Stefan, a man of few words. All right, we'll carry on then. Let's have. When are you making your pro squash debut?
Me, because I've smoked everyone.
Mm.
You can't deny that. I played all of you 3 times.
You played me 3 times, Chief, and you played me 4 times, and it was 2-2.
The first match was 1st to 1.
1st to 5. It was 1st to 5. It was 1st to 5, and I won the 1st to 1 as well. So technically, it's 3-2 to me.
I'm not ready to make my pro debut yet.
Okay. Best way to improve wrestling if you have limited open mat time. Find trying new techers in sparring is tough.
Take it away, Stefan.
I'll definitely say that question lands in Christian Osbeck's area of expertise.
No, you can ask the question. You're a good wrestler. Go for it.
What was the question?
Best way to improve wrestling if you have limited time. Trying new techniques in sparring is very tough.
Go with people you know, and they'll give you the right reactions, right? Because that's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, go with people who are shit and just start working them down to a fine putty. Yeah. Now, I would say best way to improve wrestling if you have limited open mat time. I mean, if you have limited time, you are just not going to get good at anything, my friend. So just make some more time to do wrestling. Otherwise, what are you doing, my friend? You know, if you don't have time to wrestle, you're not going to improve at wrestling. If you don't make time to wrestle, you're not going to improve at wrestling. You either need to find a wrestling club, or you need to basically get a sparring partner who is keen to learn wrestling with you and always wrestle with you every session.
Yeah. Basically, make more time to train.
Yeah.
Better to be fat for your division at the weight limit, or better to be lean and underweight? What do you reckon? I would say don't be fat. You better to be strong and pushing the upper limit of that weight category, in my opinion. Or if you can cut weight, then you could be, again, you're cutting weight, you'd still want to be muscular and at the upper limit of that weight category, and an athletic build. So don't be a fat cunt and don't come in underweight. That's what I would say.
Yeah, they're saying which is worse, to be fat or to be skinny.
Yeah.
I would say if you're fat, if you're slightly fat, let's say a 77 kilo fat, right? You're fat for 77 kilos. It's not the same as being fat for 100 kilos where you might literally keel over at any point. Your fitness will be heavily affected.
Go to the diabetes center.
Yeah. Shout out. But if you're super skinny at 77, it might, that little bit of strength might make the difference and it might fuck you over. So I'd rather be, if you're at the lower weights, I'd rather be slightly obese. And if you're at the higher weights, probably I'd rather be like slightly leaner, because most of the higher weights are fat cunts anyway.
Yeah. I came in today at 95 with under 100 kgs. Yeah, it's underweight.
There you go.
Crispy, what do you think?
I think it depends how strong you are. The reality is, even if you're not a fat cunt, let's say you're undersized for 77, if you're still bench pressing or pushing or pulling the same as the fat cunt, you're fine.
You're fine.
Right, that's the reality. But yeah, if you're just a weakling and malnourished, you're fucked either way.
Yeah, either way. Fair play. Match breakdowns. Give us a few match breakdowns.
Yeah.
Of your matches today, Flano.
Me, yeah. All right, cool. So it begins. I can't remember my first opponent, I'm not going to lie. Oh, yeah. No, I got kicked in the head, that's why. I tried to get to his legs. He kicked me in the face. I got to his legs, and then I just looked at him in the eye, and he was kind of looking around, and then he looked at me in the eye and was like, tap. And then second match.
Armbar, the polite armbar.
No, that was the absolute. Second match was a leg pop. I got him in a inside ashy with a straight footlock grip, and I was just extending my legs to try to get basically him to either expose the heel or turn into me for the Z-lock dilemma. And then he just straightened his leg really hard and popped his own knee, and I was like, oh, okay, we'll stop the match there. And then third match, what was that?
Was that the armbar? The absolute?
No, that's the absolute, brother. Stop saying that. Actually, no one heard you, so it's fine.
The third match. The third match must have been. Was it Muhammad Ali? Because you fought Muhammad Ali twice.
No, I didn't fight him twice.
Yeah. Who was the third match in your division?
The third match was maybe the semi-final, right?
Did you have 3 or 4 matches in the? Was it what's his name? Helsinki. It's not Helsinki. That's a place. Yeah, that's a place. The fella from Bahrain.
Fuck, man.
We're freaking out. Anyway, give us the breakdown from the
Anyway,
fella from Bahrain.
From what?
Bahrain.
Yeah, but that wasn't. Fuck knows, mate. Let's just go to the final. So the final with him. Okay, sorry, he's from Bahrain. Yeah. Forgot. He's actually Polish though, mate.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway. That was a pretty tough match. So I felt like I was doing pretty well at the wrestling, got to the double unders, but then I got countered with a wicked Ichimata and I got sent. But it's fine. I just didn't want to pull guard. I just wanted to get to the floor so I could start attacking. He was actually very good at defending the legs. He was like good at weighting his leg and like slipping, his heel and kind of forcing me and starting to use his other leg. So he'd keep a low base, but he'd be able to be active from that low base, like lifting himself off. So from a seated position, very good at standing up. So it was tough for me to get like easy heel hook finishes and like easy straight footlock finishes because he'd be able to slip properly because he was able to like come up off his ass basically. So I had to switch legs a couple times to eventually get him. I had like some creaking on an outside heel hook, but had some. What did you say?
It was 7 fights. I told you earlier.
It was 7 fights, not 9.
I told you 7 and 7.
Where did we get
Absolutes
9?
was 5, brother.
Absolutes was 5.
Because I literally counted in my head. No, that's wrong. That's definitely wrong. Anyway,
it was 8.
Maybe it was 8, but I'm pretty sure that's definitely wrong because that one's definitely wrong. Anyway, long story short, managed to get to the inside heel hook eventually, and it wasn't going to pop his knee, but I felt like his heel was going to start cracking and he tapped there, and then I let go in time before a tap. And then had the absolute division. First match was
The
again.
armbar fella.
I don't know if that was the first match, I feel like I had a match before that, but anyway, whatever. Had that, then had some armbar fella. Not going to lie, I let him out of one and the second armbar, but he tapped to the second armbar anyway, probably because he didn't know I was going to let him out. Because I wanted to get some bullshit submission. And then after that,
what were you aiming for?
I was aiming for a Boston Crab or Boston Teabag or something like that. One of the BS ones. Anyway, then I had another big fella from actually Kuwait also. He was a nice guy. He got a sick leg kick KO from bottom position in not UFC, but
as a cage fighting
yeah, it
promotion.
was a cage fighting promo. It's fucking hilarious. And then
literally from the bottom, he like almost sets up like a Turkish get up off his elbow and just goes straight to a high kick. Guy goes out cold.
Out cold.
And
then after that had some fella called Muhammad Ali. Fuck, terrifying. I got to saddle straight away, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to just try and finish from saddle because it's super dry. So I came up on top with a body lock and an S grip, and then as I was passing, he managed to get a lockdown, and he had super strong legs and was happy to just like burn the entire match out in the lockdown. So I decided to basically go out of the lockdown entirely and then repass, and then I got to side control, and then I got to the back, and then I finished him from the back, and then I think that was it. Then I had the finals again, and this time it was the same guy again.
Wait, was this? Did you go Muhammad Ali on that? You did Muhammad
Yeah,
Ali
that was
before.
just Muhammad Ali there.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then there was Hennick again in the finals, who
Hennick.
is probably the best guy there. Me and him met in the finals both times basically, and and yeah, managed to get him in an inside heel hook pretty quickly that time. I think he made a mistake there, giving me his second leg when I already had one of them, and that was all she wrote.
Fair play. There
Thanks,
we go.
man.
Young Stefan, we know we had 3 matches, 2 subs, and a 12-0 at the end. That was fantastic.
Fantastic, mate.
Nice. All right. We kind of covered this in our last podcast, Crispy. Why is wrestling so hard for hobbyists? The warm-ups are insane compared to BJJ. What's your take on this? You had a good take last time for the new listeners.
Okay, so number one, most people that haven't done martial arts since a young age really don't want to fall. It's fucking tiring to just fall down, stand back up, blah, blah, blah. Trying to teach a beginner how to do a forward roll, then a cartwheel, then a this and that. I think the reason I would say unfit people like jiu-jitsu is because they can kind of be lazy and sit on their backs and play guard. Whereas wrestling is pretty dynamic. You're not pulling guard. You've lost.
You ain't wrestling anywhere in wrestling, really, unless you're very good at them.
No, but
and even if you're very good at it, you just get penalized straight away.
If you can pick spots to rest in wrestling if you're good enough. Like, you can apply pressure without really meaning to actually do a takedown. So I can just walk someone out. Let's say take a collar tie. Let's say today, for example, I was dying and I wanted to try and catch my breath a bit. I would just get a collar tie, keep my forearm nice and shallow so it mirrors his chest line, and just walk him out. I'm never going to take him down from there.
Yeah.
But I know I can just push him out, and then I can basically take the minute to reset and get my breath back.
I think the point I was fishing for as well is that, like, traditionally, if people have been doing people who are very good at wrestling have done wrestling for a very long time, especially at a young age, and they've built up that conditioning. That conditioning takes a very long time to build up.
But it's also
same
dexterity.
for like movement patterns as well. So again,
Dexterity as well.
Yeah, that takes a long time to build up. It is easy to do at a young age.
And also, like, most people can eventually, let's say, go and lift weights or this and that, and you'll get like range of motion in this or that.
And
then all of a sudden, someone's like, "Yo, do a cartwheel." You're like,
do a head spring.
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah, exactly.
Forget it. Like, I'm not gonna do that.
Those movements, you can do them as an adult, but they're significantly harder to do. And if you're just a hobbyist, which the guy was, question hobbyist. If you're a hobbyist, mate, it takes a long time to get good at those movements. And to be honest, you're probably not going to get good at them. So
also, kids are, I want to say, like, plastic enough, but also dumb enough that they'll fall, come back up and be like, great.
Plastic is the right word as well.
Yeah.
Your tendons and ligaments will form much faster compared to an adult.
Yeah, whereas as an adult, if you fall, you've had a busy 9 to 5, having an argument with the missus, and now you go and someone's like, "Yo, fall, stand back up." You're like, "Dude, this hurts emotionally and physically."
It's a good point. Yeah, stress levels, and also you just don't you won't have the dexterity to do so.
Exactly.
Great. Flano, question?
Great. Thanks, man. Press it harder. Okay. I think it was actually 8 or 7 matches. Actually, now I'm looking at the Smooth Comp thing.
Right.
I'm sorry, I lied, fam. You can take back your sponsorships and everything.
You can edit that post.
I will edit the post.
Yeah, edit that.
Yeah, fuck me. All right, cool. Let's move on.
All right.
Next question.
How many eye pokes to win a match? Just one for me.
Well,
Got one eye poke, one
sways
that
the
match.
judges for sure.
Yeah. Sways the yeah.
How to look after recent cauliflower ear? How did you deal with it? Well, I didn't deal with it very well.
You're the wrong person to ask.
I would say that you should see. Oh, we are doctors, actually. I forgot. We are medical doctors.
We've got
a Vietnam War veteran doctor here, so maybe we'd be better off asking him.
No,
But I'll give my
He's
take.
got collier right now.
What I would say
collier, Stefan.
is you need to get multiple headgears, because if you just wear the same headgear all the time, you'll just end up with staph anyway, and no one will train with you. So you need to get like multiple headgears so that you can keep fresh ones in constant rotation, and they all have to be fit perfectly to your head. Chin, jaw, back, and top of the head all need to be fitted perfectly to avoid it slipping, because if it starts to like jiggle around, when someone snaps you down and presses down into the back of your head with their hips, that's called a sprawl. then your ear's gonna suffer, fam, and it's not gonna be good. So I would recommend get a Cauliflower magnetic ear thing, and on top of that, whilst you're not training,
Collie they sent us some stuff.
shout out Cauliflower, love the music, and on top of that,
you took one of them, yeah? Did I give you one? No, sorry. Go on.
nah, fam. And on top of that, you got to wear the headgear whilst you're training.
Sorry.
It's a double whammy, and then you can do all the icing and draining, etc. But long story short, if you keep training with it, probably you will end up with fucked up ears.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
There you
Now, the opinion of a registered doctor.
Christian
He works
Osborne.
at Hammersmith GP. If you want to ask him any questions, shoot him a message on Instagram.
He has collie. He's the wrong person to ask. He's not taking care of it.
Mine's not that bad. I've
It will get-
grappled
it
for
will get
so
bad.
long, and this is as bad as it gets.
I feel like some people are less prone to getting bad collie ears. Roger doesn't have horrible ears.
I spoke to someone who actually said it's also genetic. He says that it depends on the kind of the hardness of your cartilage. If it's quite malleable and quite soft, apparently you can go with the hits. But if you've actually got quite strong cartilage, if it takes impact, it'll go.
Don't like them.
And what's wild is I pretty much got cauliflower from like getting clubbed, and because I
Shout
stand with my right foot
Negromonte.
forward, my
Was it-
left ear never
Was it
gets any
Negromonte
damage.
that gave you the original one?
No, it was
Key
Kiwi.
one. Oh,
But it was a joke. We finished the round, and as a joke, he just like clubbed me as
Right.
a joke. So I think we had a good round.
right.
And I looked at him and I was like, dude, I can feel it. Like, so I've just heard something go. Bop.
You just knew it was
Yeah.
yeah. Fair play.
But the other thing is, I think if you really care about cauliflower ear, just don't train. Because like, even if you put headgear on, it's gonna rub.
Don't try. There it is. What sort of footwear is ideal for heavy squats, deadlifts, plyos, e.g. soft, flat, barefoot? Fair. Good question. So squats, it's going to depend on how good your squat is. I would recommend if it's within your budget and you have fairly tight hips, you will benefit from some Olympic lifting shoes because it's going to give you a heel wedge. You don't need to buy expensive Olympic lifting shoes. You could just use weight plates underneath your feet, and that's going to give you a little bit more ankle dorsiflexion, which will allow your knees to push further forward and allow your hips to sink further down into a squat. Or you could just wear normal shoes if that's not an issue for you, or you could do barefoot if it's not an issue for you. Either is fine for a deadlift. I'd recommend you go barefoot or very flat shoes. Remember, if the bigger the base of the shoe is, the further off the floor that's going to be. That's going to create more of a deficit for your deadlift. It's not a bad thing, but it's just going to make the lift harder. For plyos, all these fellas do their plyos barefoot. I'm not used to doing them barefoot. I find it just hurts my back if I do it barefoot, so I just wear sports shoes. Not these, but like ASICS sports shoes. And then my recommendations. So for lifting, ideally, I think for lifting, something with a hard, flat surface is good. And then for jumping, a sports shoe with good support, like a typical running shoe would be the ideal. There we go. Give us a question, Flana.
All right. Here's a question from me to you, Char.
Oh, great.
What was your favorite part of the event? Take your time.
I would say seeing you fellas win. That was fantastic. Seeing Young the Beige crushing it. I thought you did very well today. It was great to watch. Watching Owen do his 9 matches today.
It wasn't 9.
It wasn't 9, 7. I really did feel bad for Crispy. I felt, bad. He was sick.
No one pitied me on the plane.
I did, briefly.
Yeah.
No, I kind of poked more fun at you, to be fair.
Yeah, it's mostly just
Fun poking.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I'd do the same, but I wasn't competing that day.
Yeah. I look, it's good to be back on the competition circuit, mate. I haven't competed in a year or so. Yeah, circuit, mate. I competed 3 times, 2022.
That's almost as many as me. Probably more.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was good to get back out there and compete. Feel a bit nervous. Get out there. Perform.
Nervous shits?
Yeah, I had diarrhea in the morning, yeah.
Perfect. Ishti.
Yeah. I didn't feel nervous, but I had diarrhea, and I was like, oh.
Maybe that's nerves.
So maybe
it's the
I
tabbouleh.
was like, that's no, same breakfast, everything. I was like, yeah, it's probably nerves. That's fine.
Didn't get sick then?
Felt great.
Man, you got lucky.
Bit of a headache.
You got chanced.
Yeah.
Bit of a headache. It's coming, brother.
It's coming.
It's coming. Whatever the fuck I had is coming.
Yeah.
39 degrees.
Stefan, what was your favourite part of the event? Do you want to give the mic? Yeah.
My favorite part is probably winning. Like if I lost, I would have probably ruined my whole trip.
That would have ruined your whole trip.
Yeah. So,
What's been your favorite part about this trip so far, apart from getting these robes?
the food's been quite nice.
You like the food?
The food was nice.
What was your favorite meal that you've had thus far?
The last one we had Lebanese food.
Yeah, it was banging.
That was nice.
That was banging. Crispy
Delicious.
wasn't there? Yeah.
Crispy wasn't there. Yeah.
Lebanese food we had.
Yeah, he missed out.
You like the Lebanese food?
Yeah, it was nice.
It's good food.
It's very good food.
Nice. Crispy, favorite part of the trip? Give me this one. Put a sock in a fly.
Okay, favorite part of the trip?
Yeah, for
There's a few. Figuring out that I would be safe from Stefan in a street fight if he started with a pint glass. So we offered Stefan the chance to start a fight against me with a pint glass.
No. It was an escalating situation.
Yeah.
The first
It
was,
like, would you win a fight?
would you win a fight against Christian Osbeck and bare knuckle? And then there's a de-escalation immediately after we gave him the first option.
Yeah.
We
We were curious because then Charles threw in the pint glass, to which Stefan responds, but like, bruv, what am I going to do with it, yeah? At which point I realised I would be safe because he would spend time putting down the glass to then turn, take stance, by which point he would be clapped.
The pint, you can't hear you. The pint glass,
I never said this.
you said exactly that. Yeah, you said exactly that. The pint glass would be a deterrent for you. Unknowing of the glassing option.
We had a couple of very funny moments. Number one, spending time with you fellas has been lovely.
That was great.
Desert, very fun.
Oh yeah, we had that. Remember, we upload that video of us having a fight in the desert.
Yeah, we went to the gun range. That was very nice. That was entertaining.
Oh yeah, the Magnum.
We figured out Owen is exceptionally good at killing, irrespective of close or far combat. Very good shot.
Yeah, that is a weird thing. You're a very dangerous individual.
But it wasn't that. There was a certain level.
Unarmed and
There
armed.
was a certain level of silent pleasure. The headphones went on. Everything went silent.
Autism at its finest.
And it was
yeah.
just... Pop.
What impressed me was the single-handed Magnum. I mean, we all could have done it, but it's like, okay, I'm just going to... Because all you have to do is just hold it really hard, right? That's it.
No, because he said, I'm going to hit 3. So you could pick, basically, in this whole cylinder, 10 numbers to basically hit. And he said, brother, I'm going to hit 3. And 3 literally has maybe an inch width. Target is, I think, 15 meters away. One hand, raging bull.
It was 5 or 10. Here, give him the mic. Here.
It wasn't 15 meters, brother. It wasn't 15 meters, brother. It was like 5 to 10. It was 5 to 10. Like 15 meters would have been the very end of the range, brother. You need to get your centimeters in check.
The longest was 10. The longest was 10.
No, you went 15 at once. I'm
No,
sure.
brother. The whole range would have been like 20 meters, something like that.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was it. But anyway, the point is, if I go to America, everyone's fucked. If I get that ridiculous gun that Mubarak had, Jesus Christ. Someone's getting sharpshooted in the eyeball.
Yeah, that was a crazy Magnum. And you're a good jump. So
I
they're all
fucking
fucked.
love shooting.
Flano, favourite parts of the trip?
You know what? Now that you mentioned the shooting, probably
Shooting was good.
shooting was good. Yeah, the shooting was pretty good. The whole day of the shooting was, a very pleasant experience, I would say. What else? But I have been just severely ill, so probably just the competition has been the best because it was the least ill I felt because, the adrenaline actually allowed me to swallow some spit without wincing.
Yeah.
So that was like a real big plus. Like even now, brother, my throat is not good.
We're all sharing the mic here. We're going to get tonsillitis.
Yeah, I'm licking the mic and stuff at each time as well. Probably watching you eat a Snickers might have been a highlight as well. Check my page for...
That was a huge deal.
That's a huge reel. Correct.
Yeah.
Must be on at least
Seeing the
double
diabetes
digits.
center, which was enormous. That was huge. That was good.
That was beautiful.
All right. What electrolytes
Love
with
fatties.
good dosing do you recommend? What are you using? I use the High Five brand because it's made for endurance athletes, which they do the best supplements. If you want the best electrolyte supplements, look at the ones that work with endurance athletes. There you go. And just follow their dosages, their dosage guidelines. We still get so many questions about Jewish tunnels ever since that episode. Jewish tunnels or Hamas tunnels? I mean, let's not go off on this because it will be picked up and defunded, but just let you know we do.
Just to let you know, that's a question to consider in your mind, like before you go to bed or whatever. Just think, which tunnels would you prefer?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Keep sending the memes though, guys. I really enjoy all the tunneling memes.
You want another question, or is it you happy with another strength? Give us another question. Go on.
Oh, go on then. Another question.
Give us a technical one.
Oh, jiu-jitsu one, yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Come on in. Four. All right. So, how to deal? Nah, let's go for a different one. It's a two-parter. 1 out of 2. RDLR. Opponent steps left foot very close to hip and then goes to reverse knee on belly with left knee. Okay, I'm understanding. Part 2. Cool. Part 2. Left hand post ground for base. They get strong scoop with right arm. Unsure how to defend this pass.
Yeah.
Are you actually following it?
I'm actually not.
Brother, man, a few words. So yeah, I think you're looking at not allowing them to put their knee on your hip, first of all. And if they do manage to do that, I would probably switch my RDLR leg from the inside as a reaping leg and attack the outside heel hook. Yeah, you're basically just letting them get weight, because that's basically like they just extract their leg and they pass. So yeah, you're basically letting them get way too much there, Chief. So you're just almost describing a knee on belly to me and saying how to prevent this pass, but you have already been passed, my friend. By describing what they do with the pass, you can basically reverse engineer it and just not allow them to do these things. If you already get there, let's say they're sitting on you with a left knee on belly, their right leg is inside, I think you need to do a good job of off-balancing them forwards and backwards to try to get one of your legs free or one of their hands like posting wide enough that you can just push them and make one of their legs step. You know what I'm saying?
I don't, but
okay, let's say someone's posting their hand and you keep pushing them and their hand keeps posting wider and wider. Eventually you push them in another direction and their leg that's on the knee on belly is going to move, or else they're going to just fall onto their head.
I get now.
All right, great. Man, a few words.
That was perfect. Man, a few words. Stefan, do you get that? Yep, beautiful.
Great.
Can you do strength training and endurance training in the same session, e.g. heavy weights at low reps and lightweight at high reps? Absolutely, you can. You could do the big compound lifts at lower reps at the start of the session, and then as the session progresses, you could move on to your more accessory type work, which is going to be complementary to your heavy compound lifts at not light, but obviously lighter than your heavy compounds, and working at higher reps. So I'll describe light. Basically, do you want to do the accessory work at close enough to failure, if not failure, or just before technical breakdown?
I've run out of questions, so I'm going to pass the mic to Christian.
All right,
just talk for a bit, mate.
Beautiful. Okay, Crispy, best practice to learn and retain jits moves and progressions.
Okay, one bit of advice: don't try and learn too much too quick.
Right.
So let's say you pick up a DVD, mine, Owen's, yours, Charles, soon to come.
Yeah, soon to
Charles, welcome to Fanatics.
Yeah. Exactly.
Out.
Yeah. That's what I've actually called my instructionals.
What? Calling other people at 4 a.m.
Say again.
Calling people at 4 a.m. to complain. You're taking my life's work. So, what I like to do is I like to watch a small instructional.
Beautiful.
Okay, let's say whatever, and then I just pick a small little moment and I'll try and understand that and do it. Once I'm happy, I move on. There's no point of watching 3 hours of passing, going, got it, get it, good, and trying to do it once. You are not learning.
Fair play.
You'll miss every detail.
Debij, I actually want to hear your thoughts on this. Best practice to learn and retain jits moves and progressions. Give them the mic.
Pretty much what Ozbek said.
Chief, let's hear your opinion on this. Let's hear your opinion on this. What do you? Okay, so let's say you train a lot at Submission Grappling Club and New Wave. Obviously, training with Owen for a long time, and you have built up a good repertoire of moves. How have you retained those moves? And like, let's say we do the privates. Here's a perfect example, actually. We do the privates on a Monday afternoon, and you've come in. You said to me, "Oh, you hitting that move that we did the other day?" And I go, "Mate, I've already forgotten it." And which is no surprise. And you go, "Mate, I've been hitting a lot today," which is great. How do you retain those moves that you're learning through either class or private? How do you think about it?
Or in the privates, I usually record the technique at the end, and then I'll just watch it on the bus. And then usually I'll go from the private training, right? So on the way there, I'll just rewatch it, making sure I have the key details. And then I'll try and do it in straight away, as soon as I can in the training session. And also the following day, RGA.
Nice. So
and then, I'll just keep working the same thing for the rest of the week or up until the next private. And then I'll move on. Yeah, pretty much do the same thing.
Nice. And you just repeat that system.
I just repeat it.
Fair play. Very good.
Sick.
Man, a few words.
There's nothing more to be said on that, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean,
you learn the move
answer.
and you practice the move until you feel like you've mastered the move to a decent level, and then you move on to the next move. Genius.
No, I thought that was a perfect answer. How does it feel to leaving your wife at home? Oh, and this question's for you. This one.
I don't think so, Chief. As far as I remember, we're all going to South Africa at some point to
get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vini and Moggs are coming. Yeah, they said
exactly.
they'd come anyway and watch us get married under the
that'll be very cute.
moonlight. That would be nice.
Yeah, look, I've done my part. We've had some great phone calls. We've exchanged text messages every day. She's fine. Yeah, I'll be back shortly.
Yeah, I've been calling in that. I even I involve her in the boys' chat. It's what. Anyway, I'd much rather. Never mind.
Yeah. Moving on. How did
go on tunnels?
We get how many times do you get asked whether you're doing trials or not?
Probably
yeah.
I can't wait for the 16th of February.
What the fuck is going on? Owner Flanagan. Do you guys train gi / do you like it? How is it good or not so good for gi training? Thanks.
We can both speak into this mic, Chris. Go on. I'll just leave it close to you, and you can maybe I'll spit in your mouth or something, and I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
So what was the question again?
Gi training. Do you guys train gi training? Do you like gi training? How's it gi training?
This is the first gi I've worn in a long time. It feels good. I don't do gi though because it doesn't dry, and it also is dry, and I have no interest in like playing worm guard or people grabbing my clothing. Like, let's talk about street fights, okay? If that's where you're coming from, your t-shirt's gonna rip, brother. Your jacket will come off. You don't have a belt keeping your jacket on. No one's gonna worm guard you, and no one's gonna collar choke you in the street, and you're not gonna collar choke anyone in the street. So stop lying to yourself. Take the gi off and actually train a martial art that is effective in some respects.
And get a pint glass in your hand, ASAP.
And exactly. You may as well just learn how to fence. If you want to be effective in the street, go do some fencing. We've all seen the Roadman videos. If you need to defend yourself, you need to back out a ram, or at least get your keys between your knuckles, and you need to start fencing to manage distance properly. That's the reality of it. Otherwise, you just need to be a sharpshooter. And if you're in USA, brother, good luck to you. Good luck to you, my friend. You need to be like fully kitted out in combat gear, urban camo all the time, or else at any point you could just get finitoed by a Barrett 50 cal or whatever.
50 cal.
I don't know.
That's a big velocity gun. Exactly. Shout out Tim Kennedy, hard to kill. DeBeige, when was the last time you trained in the game? Do you like the game?
I actually really liked the gi for a while, and then people just started playing lapel, lasso lapel, and all that. And then I just couldn't pass.
And that's it, it's dead.
And it was just long, yeah.
Yeah, I went.
What do you like about the game?
The friction.
Fucking hell.
The friction is nice in the gi. Like, it's much easier to jump side to side and apply pressure, especially if you're training on slippery mats. It's hard to pressure pass in no gi when it's slippery.
Do you want to answer, Crispy? I feel like your answer is going to be pretty much the same as ours, but go on.
I grew up doing judo, so I kind of like did the gi enough. I got a bit bored of it. And I did it in jits for like 1 or 2 months. And it was a bit frustrating because I had a certain skill set that was to throw people, and then everyone just pulled guard. So I realized like pretty quickly
still experience the same problem now.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I really could not be bothered to like go to a comp, pay money, do this, that, and the other. And then you sit 50-50, whatever, some guy comes up, gets an advantage, or you just get done for reaping. Like, what a waste of time. Truly.
IBGF, shout.
Next question.
How to develop feet quickness for takedowns and throws. Give it to Crispy. Give him that. Aristocrat.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask how your pedigree in judo helped you initially when you started training gi. I know you also have an MMA pedigree, and yeah.
Brother, MMA went
Let's
terribly.
talk about that, man.
MMA went terribly. Let's cut that one.
Okay.
After like 6 months, I basically learned to like throw an inside low and then just close my eyes and wing an overhand, which would occasionally land. In terms of judo, I think initially transitioning, in terms of transitioning, I would say it was annoying at the start because in judo, you just care about throwing someone as hard as you can, and you'll do whatever that takes, even if it's like turning your back or not caring how the whole thing ends. So when I started, let's say, wrestling or doing gi, I would throw someone, and then in my head, I'm like, okay, great, ip on. And he's on my back. Or you miss the throw, you turtle up, and the guy looks at you like you're a mug and just takes you back. So it helped, but at the end of the day, you have to spend a bit of time getting humbled to cater that judo to jiu-jitsu. It's a different sport.
All right, but let's say, what was your favorite gi submission?
You must have had Jimmy.
You must have had a wicked nasty. Is that a bow and arrow choke?
Yeah.
You had a wicked nasty bow and arrow choke.
I used to be able to like stab someone's leg out. And then as they went to turtle,
and then go for the helicopter armbar, helicopter
lapel choke.
Yeah, lapel choke.
Great.
Fucking sick, yeah.
Also, he looks great.
Rafa Mendes, remember that?
Yeah. Also, white belts have no idea it's coming.
I feel like you could almost cut someone's head off if they had one of those judo gis on.
It's one of the fastest subs to come on, like because it's so airtight.
Almost feels like you're gonna break your fingers when you let go of it as well. Yeah. If someone's got a super stiff gi and you wrap that shit around their neck, that could genuinely just cut their neck off.
Even if you put your fingers in, it's not stopping it. Like, it is such a tight choke. All right, easy. We've had no porn in the Middle East, so anything here is becoming sexual.
Yeah.
You're sharing a room with a 17-year-old, my friend.
Charles's visual wank bank has never been clearer. The shower's stopped going down. There's just standing water in it from Charles's showers.
Yeah. Extra long. They've had to call housekeeping to unclog the drains. You get no speech.
Well, that's all my questions.
Are we doing the feet quickness thing? Do you want that?
Oh, that was actually a question. Yeah, the feet quickness. What was the question? How to develop feet quickness for takedowns and throws? The simple answer is do light, medium, and deep tier pliers. That will develop.
Sign up to Charles' strength program. That'll teach you jiu-jitsu, judo, and wrestling.
Exactly. If you sign up to my program, or if you go to Plus Plyos by Matt McInnes Watson, you can start incorporating plyometrics into your training program. That is what's going to develop feet quickness. But ultimately, takedowns and throws is skill acquisition based. Yeah. So you need to have a good understanding of the skill you're trying to achieve, the timing, pacing, etc., which we always talk about.
You're also looking to, like, the more situational awareness you have, the more you know where your feet need to be. Also, this will tie into your plyos. You don't want to have full foot contact, because in order to be able to spring into a position, you don't want to be on your heel or on your full foot. You kind of want to have a little, more pressure on your toes so you can turn quickly. Also, you want to minimize the steps you take, i.e. using a Tai Sabaki step, i.e. a cross step. That will allow you to turn in basically 2 steps rather than like 3, Then if you guys know Per Mertesacker, football Arsenal, he would take like 10 hours to turn. You want to cut that down. Quick Tai Sabaki, you're in.
Shout Tai Sabaki. Oh, we need to put that reel up. Tai Sabaki. We'll get that up this week.
Fucking love Thai food. Shout out Per Mertesacker though. That was probably the shittest player I've ever used on FIFA. Fuck me. If you scored a goal with him, the other player basically had to just leave and go home. That's it. You have to go home. You have to go.
He was this German guy with no finesse, no panache, had 39 sprint speed, almost like 6'5". So if you use, I swear, if you use them in FIFA, it was unusable. Anyone that remembers
The
this,
goalie was faster than him.
No, Ibarbo Jovinho. You'd see like an attack on FIFA 13 of like Ibarbo Jovinho, and you'd just be like, okay, I've got Per Mertesacker, I've lost. Like, I'm done. Also, playing football today actually was quite fun. I enjoyed that.
Oh, in the square.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll
So-
tell the story. It's
Okay,
just
go
funny
on.
coming from a third person. Right.
You
So
were there.
Huh?
You were
I'm
there.
the third person describing.
It'll still
the-
be first person because you have to describe yourself being shit. Literally getting
Are
clowned
you talking
by
about me?
4-year-olds in a foreign language.
I was going to talk about you passing.
I'll talk about
That-
you then after.
That was still a bit. Yeah. Anyway, I can't be bothered. Just tell the whole thing.
Okay, so I got given the ball by the Kuwaiti kids. I had a little run around with them, and then they thought, you know what? This guy's not bad. Let me give the ball to Charles, who's wearing like £2,000 Air Jordans, and just toe punted it straight at them. And they thought, you know what? Fluke. Let's give it to this big PT again. What does he do? Just toe punts it straight again. And these 4-year-olds turn to each other and go, nah.
Our big
forget
friend
it.
was there, and he translated what they said. They literally just laughed and go, they said he doesn't know how to play. They passed it to him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget it.
You went full sprint as well. You've been complaining about being sick the whole day, and you like passed it to them, passed it to them, kicked it off, went full Valencia, and you did a sprint, full Valencia sprint of the square, sprinting full speed of the square, passing in and out, dodging like four,
Then sat on the
10-year-olds.
side of the road like a fat pub man
like a
with
fat
a
Korean man.
cigarette,
Yeah.
thinking about his lungs and like coughing and spitting up black tar and just like, oh, it was worth it though.
Do you know what it is? It's because everyone's roasted me about this whole Valencia thing. I had to put every ounce of energy I had into not getting tackled. Because if I got tackled by 4-year-olds, I'll never hear the end of it, irrespective of the illness. After that, I honestly thought I was going to throw up. It was the worst ego decision ever.
There we go.
I'm sorry, how is a 4-year-old going to tackle you?
It wasn't. There weren't 4-year-olds. So at least 8 or 10.
All right, but honestly, right, they can't run half as fast as you can whilst you're running with the ball. So what's going to happen?
Brother, one of them was generally wider than I am taller. Like, I'm not even joking.
Exactly. He's not gonna. He's not gonna be fast.
No, but you've got to be able to like actually anticipate his movement because he's covering at least 2 meters width. All right.
with tonnage.
He could run sideways, to be fair, and probably make better
Covered-
gains.
covered
if
the
he's so
distance.
wide.
He was a big boy.
Shout out to Diabetes Center. That was really big. That was a highlight trip. Seeing that before.
That was a fat diabetes. Fair play.
Yeah. All right, guys. This is good. This is a really good time to wrap up the podcast.
How long have we done?
We've done 48 minutes, probably 45 minutes with editing. That was beautiful. Stefan the Bijan. That was fantastic. Any final words? Where can we find more of you online
Pornhub.
for the fans?
On Instagram, make sure to follow me.
At
What? Where? I'm not gonna.
This
link
guy's not media trained. Stefan, you have to give your @, brother.
Bro,
Just follow him on. Sorry, just follow him on the internet.
Snapchat him. Snapchat him.
it. Yeah, just follow my WhatsApp. It's on my WhatsApp, mate.
He's also on RuneScape if you want to add his account. Debija PKs 4969.
Stefan the Bija. If you go on my or Owen's, any of our Instagrams, you'll find him there. You've just done a new instructional with Satoshi Ishii. Was that a part of his package? Do you find that on typing in Satoshi Ishii, or is it Christian Osbeck that you would get off? It's Christian Osbeck, isn't it?
I hate you.
Yes.
No, I've done a new instructional.
I hate you.
I hate you.
I hate you.
Chicken and rice. Also, we figured out this week that Charles has mad anger issues if he's not served his food.
Tell us the story. What happened?
So we go to a nice Indian restaurant on the first night. Okay, we all order, and then it gets to Charles, and Charles, he's like, "Can I order?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, sure, sir. Please order." And he goes, "I'll have the chicken and rice." And the guy goes, "Excuse me, can you say that again?" He goes, "Chicken and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice." And he starts swearing at this poor Indian man. And
this is an exaggeration.
eventually you got your chicken and rice.
Yeah,
You
okay.
You could have just said, "Sir, can I have some chicken and rice?"
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, you could have just said, "Excuse me, sir, may I have a Fanta?" Mate,
We're not all aristocrats.
We're not all aristocrats.
Anyway, you have an instructional out. You've got. Is this your third instructional, second instructional?
This is my second instructional.
Right. Okay. What's this one on?
Thank you. I have done it on foot sweeps. Okay. So thank you to Jeremy Paxman, who has hosted us at Buddha Box.
Yeah. Shout out Jeremy Paxton. That's
Vinay
great.
let us in. Thank you. So yeah, I did it on foot sweeps. I think it's going to be slightly shorter than the last one. It'll be about, I think, 2 hours, and it covers foot sweeps from different angles, different setups, and also just how to do foot sweeps. And then Owen has done one on.
It's going to be called pecs on legs, inside entries to outside heel hooks.
Oh, you didn't go for the Epstein's theme?
No, I couldn't connect Epstein to anything really. He's a ghost, literally. No, but I couldn't really make it. I know it's topical, but I couldn't make the connection between Epstein and legs or anything like that. So, I had more funny ideas, guys, but
it was
just couldn't connect them. It's a tough, because the topics of the DVD are quite, hard.
They're very specific.
They're very specific. So to connect that to Epstein is tough. Connecting anything to Epstein has been tough so far, but specifically this instructional.
Yeah, there we go. Shout out. Guys, remember, like, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, do all that, yeah?
What about you, Charles? Did you do an instructional?
I was just about to plug it, yeah. I did a instructional. It's going to come out in 4 to 6 weeks. It's going to be on strength training, how to program a strength.
Do you have any idea what you taught?
No, I've just lost it then. How to design a strength training program for jiu-jitsu athletes and hobbyists. There we go. It's going to be probably 90 minutes to 2 hours of me just rambling about. This is what I think is the perfect way to program design a program for mainly hobbyists. But check that out when it's available. Also,
I feature in it.
Oh, and Flanagan features in it. And obviously I've got my Matt Strong program, which you can subscribe to if you want to understand and make better gains in the gym. That's going to have a good general strength adaptation to your time on the mats. Anyway, guys, yeah.
Are you full for one-on-ones?
Say again?
Are you now taking on any more one-on-ones?
No, I'm not still taking on any more one-to-ones. I need to sort that out. Too busy at the moment. So if you want to work with me, go to the Matt Strong program. You get an excellent service there, and you will still get the results that you're after. YouTube, Spotify, do all that. Like, subscribe. Great to see you, Stefan Debija. Check out Stefan Debija on Instagram. Follow Stefan Debija. Thanks for coming. Christian Osbeck, great to come in. The Wizard of Osbeck. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.